Hello and welcome, my name is Marius and in today's video we will talk about the 6 best exercises for fat loss without equipment. And we're not just going to talk about the actual exercises, but we will also talk about why they are so effective for weight loss. So make sure to stick around. Having access to a gym is great, but that is not always the case, and sometimes we don't even have any equipment available at all. Or maybe you're a completely beginner and you have never worked out in your life before. In any case, I think that these 6 exercises can really help you out and supercharge your weight loss progress. Probably 95% of all fitness professionals will tell you that exercise is only 20% of the equation when it comes to weight loss. The other 80% are the way you eat. And I must admit that I also used to believe that, but I completely changed my mind. Don't get me wrong. I don't say that your diet is not important. It certainly is, but if you only focus on the way you eat, you will never be truly happy with your body. It has actually been proven that people who lose weight with a diet alone gained all that weight back within a few months. But people who diet and exercise at the same time didn't just lose the weight, but also managed to keep it off for good. Exercise and diet play an equal role when it comes to reaching your weight loss goals. When it comes to great fat burning exercises, you have many options, but your focus should be on resistance-based exercises. The resistance can be anything, but most commonly used are bands, free weights, machines. But body weight based exercises are always a good way to get started because it reduces the risk of injury. You can work on your form before loading up on weight, and you can do them in the comfort of your living room. So strength training is better for fat loss because the increase in muscle mass will elevate your basal metabolic rate, which is the number of calories your body needs to keep you alive basically. If you would go on a treadmill or an elliptical 3 times per week and purely focus on cardio, as so many people suggest, you would burn calories while you're exercising. They would stop as soon as you stop. And that is not the point, right? With resistance-based exercise, on the other hand, you will burn calories while you're exercising. Plus, you will burn calories after your workout. Your body needs to repair muscle cells and restore other bodily functions. So your body also needs to maintain those new muscles, which means that your energy expenditure is going up, even if you don't exercise. And that means that you can eat more food. That, of course, is a very simple version of what happens here. But I hope you get the idea and understand why strength training is the key to weight loss. So let's get into the exercises. So the first one is a burpee. And the burpee works every single muscle in your body, as well as your cardiovascular system, your balance, and your coordination. And that makes it incredibly effective. And probably one of the most loved and hated exercises of all time. Alright, so I'll quickly show you the burpee, and I show you 2 variations to that. I show you the traditional burpee and the easier modification in case you can't jump because of your neighbors or just because you don't have the ability yet to do the jump in between. So the first one, the first thing you're going to do, feet just about shoulder width apart. You reach down, almost like a squat down, place your hands on the floor, and then from here you jump back. Okay? Down to a push-up, parallel to the floor, push yourself back up, and then from here jump your feet back to the front, come up, hands overhead, and jump. All right, and I'll show you that quickly in the normal speed. So down, up, push up, come back here, and jump, and then do a couple more, and jump, and jump. Okay, and so the easier modification, you come down in the same position, step out. From here, up to you if you want to do the push-up or you don't, and then you step back in and you come back up and back down. Step out, and then if you speed that up, you can speed that all the way up until you get to the jump. Okay, but you can also just go nice and slow. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Well, it shouldn't feel comfortable, you should push yourself, but you get the point. See, just doing a couple of them, I'm already out of breath. If you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, the burpee would be a smart pick to keep you in the best shape possible. And the next one is a squat. The squat also works multiple muscle groups, but the most obvious benefit of squats is building your leg muscles, your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves as well, but it also works your core. So the next one is just a simple squat. Feet just about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Whatever feels comfortable for you with your feet. If you want them pointing out a little more, or you want them pointing straight, whatever feels right and comfortable for you. Okay. Important though, your knees always have to go in the direction where your toes are pointing. So if you just straight with your feet, you should go all the way down. And you see, this is not a very comfortable position for me. However, if your feet pointing outwards slightly, your knees go outwards slightly. If you do a sumo squat nice and wide, feet all the way out, your knees going this way. So your feet, you don't want your knees going in like this. This is just something you have to remember. At the beginning it's really difficult actually, because naturally most beginners just do this kind of squats. Okay, so that's why it's probably even easier if you point your toes slightly outwards and then really always go in the direction of your feet, of your toes. So you have multiple options here, or you put your hands behind your neck, which is the hardest version. Okay, work a little bit more core as well. You can put your hands out in front of you, just to keep the balance, and squat down this way. You can put your hands here. So whatever feels comfortable for you. Again, how I said, make sure that your knees always go in the direction of your toes. Alright, just show you a couple more. Nice and deep. Don't even have to go that deep. If that's all you get here at the beginning, that's fine, it's still burning. Okay?
The next one is a mountain climbers. And mountain climbers are another full body exercise with primarily focus on your shoulders, core, legs and other stabilizer muscles. They are sure to get your heart rate up. That is what makes them so great for building cardio endurance, core strength and agility.
So next one is a mountain climbers. We're back on the floor. Hands on your floor. From here in the plank position, and then you bring your knees up. Okay, bring your knees all the way up to your chest. This is nice and easy, so if you're just starting out, you can stay here, and then once you get a little more advanced, you can really run it out. Okay? And then the hardest version, if you're on your elbows and you run from here. Needs a bit more flexibility as well. But you get the point.
And number 4 are star jumps. And star jumps are fairly simple in theory, but I understand that they might not be as simple if you haven't done much exercise before. So we quickly cover the basics. You work your entire body with this exercise, but especially your shoulders and your legs, as well as your cardiovascular system if you do them in a higher intensity.
Oh, I'm already out of breath just demonstrating all these exercises here. My God. Alright, so star jump, fairly simple, quite obvious. However, if you're just starting out, I understand that it might be not as obvious for you, so I'll explain you quickly what we're going to do. Feet just together, hands on your sides, and from here you jump out, bring your hands on top, and jump back together. Just like I don't even know how that's called, well, like a star jump, I guess. Like a Hampelmann jump. Okay, so again, if you have neighbors that like to complain because you're exercising and you're taking care of yourself, you know, those people exist. However, or simply this exercise is too hard, then you can always just step it out this way, all right? You have to say to think about it. There's always an easier modification. There's no reason not to work out. Just because you can't do a certain exercise at the beginning doesn't mean you don't have to do it. That's exactly the reason why you should be doing it, because it just doesn't feel natural for you. So your mind just wants you to stop from doing it because your mind likes to be comfortable. Anyway, so that was a star jump.
The next one is high knees. And high knees are a high intensity cardio based exercise that you can either jog or sprint like you're chased by a herd of zombies. It engages your core, strengthens all your muscles in your legs, gets your heart rate up and improves your momentum, coordination and flexibility as well.
This is the ultimate cardio exercise, alright? So, high knees, simple. That's just how the name says, right? Bring your knees up. So, just bring your knees up. At the beginning, just march it on the spot. Nice and easy until you get used to it, and then you can speed things up a little faster. And then if you're really into it, you know, then you go like bah! Then you just go mad and crazy. Alright? So, very simple. 30 seconds of that, and trust me, you'll be sweating on the floor, gasping for air. like I'm doing now, just demonstrating that.
Because of the many physical benefits, high knees are simple but effective exercise that you can incorporate into a wide variety of workouts. And the next ones are push-ups. And push-ups are amazing for building upper body strength. They work your triceps, your chest, your shoulders. There are multiple variations and each variation targets a slightly different muscle group. When done with proper form, they can even strengthen your lower back and your core as well.
Okay, so the last one is a push-up, traditional push-up. Obviously there are multiple variations to the push-up. We go for the very simple and easy one. Hands just about a little more than shoulder width apart. Keep your elbows nice and tight. Bring it down and up. So I don't want you to flare out like chicken wings, okay? Imagine your body should shape like an arrow rather than a T. I show you that from the front. So from here, so I don't want you to do this. Keep your elbows nice and tight and down. All right? Then you can speed things up. You can also bring your knees down, just to make things a little bit easier at the beginning. See? All right? Very simple. However, if the knees are still too hard, because that exists obviously, but in this case you have to work on that, okay? You have to push yourself. But you can always start like this. Put your hands on the wall and then just push yourself off the wall. And as further you stand back, as harder it's going to be. Okay? Obviously, that is nice and easy. Well, for me anyway. I know it's easy to say, because I know that sometimes that's already a struggle. And yeah, that's a beginner exercise.
Doing knee push-ups are great to get started, but too many people never progress to a proper push-up from there because they get too comfortable on their knees. Do as many proper push-ups as you can before dropping your knees, and every time I want you to increase it by 1. Everyone should be able to lift their own body weight at least 10 times in any position, and if you can't do that now, then that should be a goal. So you can do those exercises individually, or you can bring them all together and do a truly challenging metabolic bodyweight workout. So instead of 4 repetitions, we do timed rounds in a circuit style fashion. You can do each exercise for 40 seconds and then rest for 20 seconds and then go into the next exercise. If that is still too tough, then start with 20 seconds of work and rest for 40 seconds. Just make sure to keep proper form and keep the intensity high. Try to complete 3 to 4 rounds. The whole workout should not take you longer than 25 minutes. And if you want to do this workout in a follow along version, then check out the cards or look in the description below. So we do the whole thing together. My goal is to show you that you don't need to exercise for 1 hour every time you want to work out. You can do effective but time efficient workouts in your living room. There are so many more important things in life than spending hours in the gym. Alright, so I hope you liked the video and that you got some value out of it. If you did, then please press that like button because I appreciate your feedback and it also helps out with the YouTube algorithm and it helps the channel grow. Click the video on the screen now. It will help you to get you to the results you're after. Look, being fit doesn't have to be complicated, so if you want to learn more about how to lose weight, build muscle and get fit permanently in the most sustainable and time efficient way possible, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're not going to miss anything. Do that now and I'll see you in the next video.